Alright, hello everyone. This is Mason, and today's lecture we will talk a little bit different from previous lecture. Today's main focus is the relationship of factorization and division, and we will talk a little bit more about what is the real meaning of division. So, in mathematics, when we are kids, we learn something, what is 4 divided by 2? Then we say the quotient is 2 and its remainder is 0. This is what we learn from kindergartens when we are very young, right? But when it comes to expression, let's say we have x squared or x cubic or x to the power of 4, something that involves maybe variables in function or something other values, unknown values from functions or equations, something like that. So whenever we divide the expression, it's a similar way that we do that. Let's say we have x squared, x plus 1, and if we want to divide this one by x minus 1, then what we do is try to focus on the order of the variables of these two axes, right? To multiply it and make it exactly the same. So the value here will be x squared minus x, and we cancel it out by deducting these two values, right? So that means this is going to be positive. We get 2x plus 1, and if we do one more time, plus 2 to make it 2x minus 2, and doing another subtraction, then we get a positive 3. So to finalize these into the expression we have is x squared plus x plus 1 equals to x minus 1 factorized, and we have quotient x plus 2 and plus a 3 as remainder, right? So this is the basic the meaning of division for the expressions. But what is the real meaning of this? What are we looking at? Actually, though we have remainder 3 on the right hand side, still we have very clearly we have x to the order of 1, which is simplified compared to the right hand side that x has a square. So when we divide a certain expression or equation, it is getting more simpler, and sometimes it gives us something much easier factors that can be dealt with in the alternative ways to solve the problems or understanding the meaning of expressions, etc., etc., etc. So when we get back to this, if we take a look, if this left-hand side expression didn't have plus a 3, we have to cancel it out on both sides to put minus a 3, right? Then we can rewrite the left-hand side like this. Okay, now then it's perfectly factorized, and eventually we don't have any remainders left on the right-hand side. So with this, what we got in this equation is that we have a lot simpler version of left-hand side expression into 2 of the factors has been factorized, and because of this, we can clearly see if we have x equals to 1 or x equals to negative 2, both left-hand and right-hand side will be cancelled out as 0, right? It will be cancelled out as 0. So That means the division of the expression in the functions or equations, we can reshape of a complicated function. Sometimes, it can go like x to the power of 4, like above cubic. It can be more complicated. But when we divide something that is sometimes if it has a remainder, then it's not perfectly ideally factorized, but still we have some factors that we can deal with a little easier. Because when we understand the function or expressions, if we don't have any linear functions or something like this, if we have something very complicated formulas or expressions, something like that, then we want to like depress, which is canceling out some of the complicated source of that, making it a little chaotic, that we can make it a lot easier by dividing the expressions and equations and functions, etc. So the relationship in here in the factorization versus division is actually factors is always something like a certain number or constant, or it can be something variables or other contents that has an unknown. And if we divide that certain complicated equations or expressions, sometimes we can find the real factor out of it if we don't have any remainder. Or even though we have a remainder, it's okay. We can just cancel it out and try to find the answer and understand the expression, the real meaning of it, and then put the remainders back alive and understand the whole stuff. That's how the factorization and the division works together in mathematics. Alright. See you guys next time.